You're watching the Female Bodybuilding channel. Remember to subscribe. I'm Anel.
Welcome everyone to the Female Bodybuilding channel, and we are super excited. Eunice is joining us again, but the season has finally started. And Eunice, it's been a long wait. Tell us a little bit, how was the feel live at the TripleO in the arena and amongst fans for women's bodybuilding?
Oh my gosh, it's unexplainable. The excitement, the magical, the magic was in the air. Okay, the energy was just incredible to see the differences that these ladies brought, the packages. It was like a tapestry. They all had their own thread with a different design. And for those of us who have been fans all our lives for women's bodybuilding, we could really appreciate what each competitor brought. So that was, to me, it was a statement that was made, because we know how women's bodybuilding has been struggling. So the amount of women who showed up, competitors who show up on that stage, is something to be very proud of. And we're just happy that BadRap could be a sponsor.
JB, we were struggling a lot last year, women's bodybuilding. Girls were not competing and shows were dropped. Lena Mary came out, said, girls, let's join in with the movement. We saw BadRap promoted it a lot. We saw us promoted it, and FBB Forum and All the Rage and all the girls. And 13 girls showed up. That's a record for TripleO, JB. And also $10,000, the biggest prize money ever for women's bodybuilding at the TripleO. How excited were you, JB, as a lifelong bodybuilding fan, to see that it was the biggest lineup of TripleO ever, and we started the season like this?
I was very excited. I was very nervous to get it on and to see it. And also, I'm very excited that you, Eunice, and your company, one of the main sponsors of the competition, and you brought so much in. Thank you very much for that. And it was so cool to see so much athletes on stage representing women's bodybuilding, and I was so stoked. So totally worth it.
Yes, I was super proud when I saw the list, because we had so many athletes in, and it was great to see. So the girls delivered. We're going to go into the action. As you girls now can, you viewers at home, you can see the athletes. We're going to straight jump into, quickly talk about a couple of girls outside the top 6 first, as we're going to go more detailed into the top 6. Outside the top 6, Eunice, Mela, she came in, former Olympian, and she was back there. She's reaching, I don't remember her age now, but she's back. She's still competing. What did you think about Mela live?
Actually, I mean, I loved Mela's look. From her previous shows, to me, she looked very improved. I think she has grown some upper body. She's gotten a lot more balanced and complete. I think she's still trying to figure out her conditioning, so that probably played a role, because these ladies brought some conditioning on stage. But I thought overall, Mela, when I saw her in the lineup, I knew that in the Masters division, I knew she was going to be top 5.
She looked good. We just want to see her finally get that condition that got her to Olympia back in 2020. Correct, JB?
Yes. And I was proud. It was very good to see that she's really back into business, and I was really surprised about the great shape she brought. Oh, very good surprise. Awesome.
Sheena Oolig can't come into a 6th place, as you guys see the video now. Sheena Oolig, she started her prep undersized because she had an injury coming in, sadly, the whole year. So she wasn't able to make any gains because she was hurt the entire year that she took off. She comes in, Eunice, with her signature shape, beautiful lines. The only woman to do an actual abs and thigh, JB. She's the only woman doing an abs and thigh. I don't like that. I want to see more girls doing abs and thigh. She did it. What is it, JB? And Sheena, Eunice. Now we're talking probably the best potential of the aesthetics in the whole lineup. Sheena Oolig, Eunice. How did you like her look this time?
Sheena brings an old school look. From being on, as an audience, as a fan of hers, because she does bring that old school bodybuilding look. She's stunning on stage. She's got that energy. I could tell that she was struggling with a shoulder. Whenever there was a back pose, it was like her traps were overactive and she was not spreading her lats. Something was happening. And I could tell it was that shoulder struggle. And so later, I messaged her and I said, from the audience, I could tell there's something going on with your shoulder. And she agreed. She said, she got some feedback from the judge, and that was the feedback that she got. But yeah, she's been struggling with a shoulder injury. Yeah. But overall, I think her size, she looks amazing. I really love her physique. The aesthetics are beautiful.
Yeah. JB, Sheena Oolig, former Olympian. Yeah, I know, but to get her back to where she belongs, she needs a longer prep to get a little bit more body fat off the body. Correct, JB?
Yeah, that was it. But the overall look she brought, like Eunice said, it was amazing. And with that history before, great. She should have get some extra points for that, because in that long history of injuries and surgeries and stuff, but also in that shape the lines were beautiful, very beautiful. So
beautiful lines, beautiful. Yeah. Another thing is, she's also going to be getting ready for Toronto, and so this may just be, the first step for what she's going to be like for Toronto. I mean, she's just gonna. It's just this, this is just the prep. So we're going to see something different, I think, in Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto, that will be in June, I believe, right before Spain. Is that 10th of June?
Toronto is in June, yes.
Yeah. So she will have the time to get into that contest shape that she needs to for winning shows. She has 6 good weeks to get into that shape, and if no problem, she should have no problem getting into that crazy contest shape in 6 months. 6 weeks, Eunice.
In 6 weeks, not at all.
No. Yeah. It's going to be exciting to see. In 5th place, JB. A super short prep for Lena. We were very surprised. She announced 8 weeks ago she was a 200 pounds. It's a massive weight. She wasn't fat at 200, but she was in deep off season. Yeah. And she came in, maybe not her best package, but what she brought in 8 weeks, JB, she got to feel proud about that, JB.
Oh, yes, definitely. And when you see the last year behind, she made up massive gains and get this what can I say? It's more. She builds up more muscle in that short amount of time, and then this quite short preparation time of 8 weeks. Then she had to get crispy and so on. But yes, for that. Also, she brought what she can, and but it wasn't enough.
No,
to get good placings. But
how did you talk to us a little bit? What does it take? And she's also a master competitor. She's close to 45 now, and to drop all that weight in 40 pounds, Eunice, in 8
unbelievable.
weeks.
When she announced that she was going to be in it, we were all the girls were talking about on the women's bodybuilding forum, which shows they were going to do. And she says, my coach and I agreed that we're going to go ahead and commit for the TripleO. I'm like with y'all, where it's like, oh my gosh, 8 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
When I saw her, I thought the amount of density she has put on her body in this short time is it's just, unbelievable.
Mm.
To
Yes.
place this high with 8 weeks, we can just imagine that she, for sure in the next show, if she does another show this year, she's just going to really maybe even get a qualification.
Yeah.
I think it hurt her look a little bit because a big woman with dropping that much weight in that short time, it can lead to losing muscle, and the look will not be the same as if you've done it in 14 weeks. I think some of that fast prep might have lost a little bit of that density that she needs, and specifically in the lower body, because she needs to keep those hamstrings up to match that beautiful great back.
Of course.
If you are her coach, Eunice, would you say let's go straight into an off season and build a little bit more legs and come back next year and take the Olympic qualification? Or do you say keep going on diet, on prep? What would you do?
No, I think I would say let's keep growing, because we know that she's got the potential.
Right.
She's already proven what she could do in 8 weeks. So if we just kind of hold out, go back to training, go back to putting a little bit more size, and next trial, let's take a full prep and we come back stronger. And so we know that she will, because if she could do this in 8 weeks, like I said, she's Olympian, just quality. So
Agree. JB in fourth. Oh, JB, finally, we have a rookie in women's bodybuilding. We've been waiting years and years. We haven't seen a rookie like this since Chelsea Dion. Lisa comes in, and if you guys check out her pro card win and you compare that physique to this physique, it's night and day, JB. It's a miracle what she done. Talk to us, JB, in fourth place in her pro debut, beating girls with years of experience, by the way, on stage, taking them all out. Great condition, great balance. JB, Lisa.
Lisa Baraka, great athlete, coming from nowhere, I can say. And I had her on the radar half year before, not earlier. And what surprised me was she didn't. She on the lower body side, she didn't lose to anyone on the stage. So she had that full size, this quad sweeps everywhere, this condition and the details also on the backside. What was missing, from my personal opinion, was the upper body development, but they were beautiful shape. So she has some really good potential to grow up and make this whole X frame complete. So what a worth fourth place. Very much.
Conditioning, Eunice. Talk to us about that, nailing her condition in her first show, biggest show of her life. She comes in phenomenal condition. She beats out Olympia girls like Melia and Sheena from before, of course. And were you impressed with Lisa in the flesh?
Actually, I mean, she was the wild card, because I did not see her coming. I was not familiar with Lisa, to be honest.
You don't watch our Instagram? We said she's going to be in the top 6.
Well, I did watch your Instagram. That's the first that I've ever, that I heard of her as a female bodybuilder. And so I was like, wait, let me look at her. Whoa, where did she come from? Well, how did I miss this? Incredible. And so I was actually looking out for her, because I was like, I want to see this girl. It's her pro debut. Yeah. And she looked so polished up there. Yeah. It was like, I mean, unbelievable to see a pro debut. She brought perfection up there. I mean, she was balanced, she was complete. Just the shreds, the detail. She was very poised. I was very impressed with her debut. I mean, she couldn't have asked for a better debut, and her placing. I mean, oh my gosh, incredible athlete. She's got a lot of potential.
Agree. For the future, though, her structure is not as good as like a Lena, because she has a wider waist. You can see it in the comparison. So with her structure, she would need, because she was in phenomenal condition. So to grow, to get improve, Eunice, she would actually have to get even a little bit bigger to balance that structure out. Correct?
It's true. She needs maybe wider back. Her lats. Density in her back for sure. But she hung in there. I mean, it's very impressive.
And she posed like a pro. Actually,
Yeah,
she's
she
a
did.
pro, but she
She is
pros
a pro,
like
but
yeah,
she looked very seasoned up there.
yeah, agreed.
Very comfortable, confident, and that in itself just probably got her the placing she, that she did, that she was.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about the top two a lot because maybe we'll change our opinions on that. But in top three, a solid top three. JB, I know it's not a conditioning contest, but we've had some issues with women's bodybuilding and conditioning, not at the top, but
Yeah.
like lower down throughout the 4 or 5 years now. So when an athlete comes in, peeled to the bone, but keeps her legs with
Yeah.
full big legs, and the tan was the best tan of the show.
Yeah,
and
beautiful.
Patty's been competing a lot, and she comes in. The word shredded, JB, is what I would put on her. JB.
Yeah.
Hansen, this is pro level, Olympia level conditioning, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Patty Hansen, when she comes in, this, yeah, we cannot say it's, yeah, this grace and oh, yeah, okay, back to bodybuilding. Yeah,
JB has his favorites, and he forgets about the criteria at times.
Yeah, but of course. I'm just I'm just a video editor. So, yeah. But the condition was, yeah, she was. You could see that with it. You said it with the tan and the condition. You feel that she's yeah, hard as a rock, and that was so great to see. But yeah, but I have to say that yeah, some on upper body stuff, you need, okay, she was a little bit thin, for my opinion, but in common. In the whole package was great appearance. She had this she had the shapes and yeah. Great to see.
Eunice,
complete.
How much muscle you need to have to carry to look that big in that condition? Because the women's physique girl doesn't have that size when they're in condition to have that type of presence with that conditioning. Talk to us. That's not easy.
Oh my goodness. To see the piano strings on her hammies,
yes,
that is, very few people can achieve that, especially women, especially at her age. I'm not sure if y'all know how old she is. Yeah. And so Patty, even off stage, when I saw her before she got on stage, I knew that she was peeled to the bone.
Peeled.
Even her upper body was impressive, as much as she, the shred that she came in with, the appearance, I thought she looked incredible. It was very close between, for me, I liked her, that she could come in with size and she was able to come in peeled. Density on her back.
Eunice, that's the you cannot go against the great Salika with that lat spread, Eunice. That's not working.
No. It's just and she knows it. Patty knows that the density on her back is that's where her work's gonna have to focus on that. Yeah. Because she's got the conditioning down.
But the condition is like this. And with Salika, and it's like, I think she finished 14th at the O or 13th. She can't beat Salika with the best conditioning of the night.
No.
I would really like to take her off a year and focus on the upper body, because if she can improve her body, Eunice, this is a straight top 10 Olympian then.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm not sure what her plans are, but I know she's probably, her coaches told her that she needs to grow some.
Yeah. But that side shot though, that side chest, and when you see all the hamstring and the focus there, you don't see the back, the side tries. It's remarkable.
Yeah.
Top two. I'm interested to see your opinion, Eunice, because you were there live. But first of all, JB, Salika, round muscle bellies that you cannot train for this. You need to be born with this type of Andrea Shaw, Salika, Flex Wheeler, the legends from like these round muscle bellies. She has abs, thank God. A lot of the girls don't have the abs. She got the nice abs. She got the top 3 back in the world. She has superior X shape than Barbara. Round, crazy. Salika, JB, you had her winning, I saw. But how excited were you with Salika?
look at the video. That's what I can say. It's because
the shape, the
shape, the shape, the bellies, everything. The density she has, not the condition. The density she has, you can see it. I think 1 or 2% less body fat, and then you can see everything, every fiber. And it's beautiful to see that a woman can carry this so elegant, and with also you can see it on the posing with so much joy and grace. That's Celica. She's a gift.
Eunice, Celica, how rare is it to see in women's bodybuilding the top genetics? Because we have a lot of girls doing the pro card at an older age, and they're fighting really hard, and they look great. But to see that rare genetic, like actually in the flesh, like she's completely different than the rest, correct?
Correct. Hadn't seen that since the 80s and 90s, early 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, she's gifted for sure.
Who can you compare her with from the 80s and 90s? Because you've seen them all.
Oh gosh, golly. The only thing with Celica is she's a little bit shorter than some of the girls in the 80s and 90s that brought that kind of size. I've never seen anyone with her height carry that type of density and carry it so flowy. And it just looks beautiful. I mean, we're all taken in by her look, and especially, you know, when she poses, she takes you in with her grace and the flow and her spirit. She's a one of a kind. I mean, it's just, When I compared every pose, because they had them out there working it.
Thank God we have finally a head judge.
Oh my God.
Finally, we prayed for a head judge and he came. Huh? JB, you gotta have a
shout out to
bodybuilding. You can't have the
exactly. Yes. It was, I've never seen a show that lasted so long in prejudging, because there was comparison after comparison and round after round. And it really, for me who was sitting there watching, I was counting the different, the front double bicep is Celica's, the abs is Celica, the side chest was Barbara, the back, they made them pose that back several times because, you know, we hear the cliche that shows are won from behind, and I do believe that that's how Barbara was able to get that extra point, is from behind. She had the conditioning, the quad sweep was bigger from behind, it was more complete, and of course that back. So, you know, the Barbara, the win was the 1 point difference was the back pose.
So Barbara, JB, we've seen her live many times. She's the biggest, thickest girl in the lineup. She has a better upper to lower balance than Celica. She's in visual better conditioning than Celica. She has that freak factor look that I like. You know, she's like a Nick Walker, but beautiful. She's a little bit more square than Celica. She doesn't have the abs. That's very noticeable in the front shots because it's just flat there. But Celica has that. But she has a better balance, and she's bigger, and she's in far better condition, Eunice. So
that's correct. So like JB said, Celica, if she had been maybe, you know, had lost, maybe came in 2% lower in her body fat, it would have been a different story, because I mean, she's just so gifted with that structure. But
she's not been able to do that, Eunice. For the Master they came out with feedback. This is the first time I've seen they actually talk about women's bodybuilding. Finally, they said her feedback was she wasn't as hard as Tiana, and she was actually getting worse as the show went on. And did that also happen? Didn't she fade a little bit for the finals again this time?
You know, I was watching that Barbara was getting harder and harder as the rounds came through. And so that was another thing. There was some fading going on with some of the girls. But Barbara came in harder in the finals. It was very noticeable.
And Celica, you could see it, the fluff. I said fluffiness of the legs.
In the finals.
In the finals.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But how exciting was it to have a women's bodybuilding show, and finally we have the most athletes in, and they're actually judging, Eunice. They're judging. Athletes are fading. Some are getting better. Call-outs, in, out. Even Patty got a chance in the middle. They were given a chance.
Yeah.
For me, who go to every pro show live, I've been very vocal. I don't understand why bikini girls get that love, but women's bodybuilding, they get one call-out, go home.
Yeah.
So finally it happened. Doesn't that bring a more... take this division serious? Isn't this a great sign?
I think this is just the beginning of something that's going to spark more interest. Because I mean, the prejudging it was going on. It lasted longer than the figure girls. You know?
Yes.
It definitely brought on a different energy.
Yeah.
And I do believe that this is just the start of a season that we're going to see something different.
Yeah.
I think it's also a great achievement of you, Eunice and the company. I think because you showed really interest in social media and behind the scenes to put on some effort, and and everybody saw that. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you. My love and my passion, I owe so much to the sport of bodybuilding. You know, at my age, I wish I could still get up there and compete against the big girls. Because, I've got the spirit and don't have the size anymore, but I'm still out there. I'm still trying to do what I can to keep this division alive, because it runs deep in me. And so I was there cheering. I really thought that Alina Popa and Linda were going to turn around and tell me to hush up, because I was screaming so hard, cheering everybody on, because every athlete brought something different. And I'm so proud of this division and how this first show showed up. Congratulations to Andrea and to Sid for putting it on. And want to thank everybody who supports BadRap, because our mission is just to continue to help the muscular divisions grow the participation. And we're all about the giving back. For every apparel item we sell, 100% of it goes back. It goes straight to support an athlete. With show day expenses, there's so many expenses, and we know that that's how come it limits participation. And so we're doing our part. We just need more people, more companies, to do the same. Yeah. These are the architects who started it all. And they need to be appreciated. And that's how come, I want to say that we appreciate what they're doing, and we just want to see this next generation take it to a different level.
And we are seeing, I just like the start that the girls are bringing the condition, they're bringing a posing routine, they're bringing the stage, the hair, the makeup, the suit, and 13 athletes in. And this is the best start we've had since 2020, JB.
Yeah. You couldn't describe it better anymore. No? But it was a flash. It was bam, and I think it will also have a big echo in the next few days also. So great.
Yeah. Yes, excellent. Next shows, Eunice. Next show we have Toronto in June. Will you be there?
No, I won't. I'm actually prepping for Masters Worlds.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, you're prepping for the Master Worlds yourself. When is this?
This is September 6th.
Oh, wow. How many weeks are you? Okay, so you haven't started then. You're in
off season. I started. I've started.
You can see it. Come on, AJ. You can see it started.
I'm about 6 months? Yeah, I'll be 61 when I'm up there on stage. So I've got to start so many weeks ahead of time. And Gina understands my body, so she knows how much we struggle with getting into condition.
Yeah. So you're starting this. Wow. So this is exciting. Have you done your bulking phase, or are you starting like recomp, or do you go straight into prep? How does this work for you?
No, we did bulk right after Tampa. I was at Tampa Pros in July, and I won my class, and so it was time to put some size on my quads and grow a little bit on my shoulders, and we've done it. So we wanted to start early to take it slow and not lose the mass that I've gained.
And How excited, how hardcore does it, JB, when a 60-year-old, I don't care, man, woman, whatever it is, whoever says it, when a 60-year-old says, I'm adding size. This is shows that there's still adrenaline in the butt. Like, Eunice, this is good.
Oh, you know, it's heart.
Yeah.
It's about the heart that I have because I love the sport. I wouldn't be out here if I didn't love the sport. It runs deep in my veins. And so, yeah, I think that a 60-year-old can still put muscle.
Yeah, that's
There you
fantastic.
see, AJ.
Yeah.
It's never too old.
No, of course
Yeah.
not. For anyone who wants to support women's bodybuilding, there's many ways you can show support, but one of the best ways, obviously, spend some money on the clothing, on BadRap. Spend it, even if you don't wear it, have it at home, because the money will go back into the division. And buy the streams, and Eunice, end it with something inspirational now.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that part.
End the show with something inspirational.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Caught me off
Share
guard
wisdom.
on this
Share
one.
us the
I
wisdom.
know.
Something inspirational is, you know, just I think we all need to get behind these ladies because these ladies are going to show us something different this year. Just excited for the Rising Phoenix. I'm excited for the Atlanta Pro. I'm excited because we're going to see a lot of women show up for the Tampa Pro too. So I think this is the year that we're going to re-energize. And, you know, the sisterhood that I see these ladies demonstrate to each other is a different respect than I see in other divisions. And I think what's going to happen is other divisions are going to want to come up and rise up to become women bodybuilders because they see that there's a different sisterhood, there's a different support, and that's what I appreciate from these girls, is that I see that.
And that's our time. And before we go, Eunice, remember, you are the inspiration with what you're doing to the sport, but also most importantly, that you are getting freaky at age 60. This is the most inspirational. And JB, remember to subscribe, JB.
Remember subscribe. Everything in the description. Out.
And we are out.
All right.